All right. It's Tuesday. It's noon Central Time, which means it's time for some Marvel. I had to make sure the audio was working, so I left my phone on. Oops. But it is working, so that's good to know. Howdy, y'all. I know I missed Thursday. I'm just trying to adjust to doing this on an actual schedule because I've never done it before. So I'll probably miss some days here and there, but I'm trying, and it is Tuesday at noon, so I'm here, baby. So, if you read the title, we are going to be playing a custom hero called Karnak, who I know nothing about as far as Marvel lore, but he's a fun character to play. So, I think what I want to do whenever I play a custom hero is first go over their kit, at least for the very first time. Go over their kit, and then we'll play 3 villains. The villains I've got today are Rhino, and the modular I randomized, I believe it's Menagerie Medley or something like that. I think something like that. It's from Galaxy's Most Wanted. And then Absorbing Man, I believe got State of Emergency, and Mutagen Formula Green Goblin got the Wrecking Crew modular from the hood. So, let's start by going over Karnak hero kit. So we will start with our alter ego, Karnak Mandar Azur. He's an inhuman, got 3 recovery, 6 hand size, and 10 hit points. He's got meditation ability, response. After Karnak recovers, search your deck and discard pile for an attack, thwart, or defense event. Add that card to your hand. If you search your deck, shuffle it, limit once per phase. So pretty standard. Whenever you recover, you get to search for an event. And then we flip to our hero side, and we've got Karnak, who is a 2/2/1, hand size of 5 on this side, inhuman. So his ability to flaw in all things, response. After Karnak attacks or thwarts and defeats an enemy or side scheme without dealing excess damage or removing excess threat, we get to deal 1 damage to an enemy and ready Karnak. Limit twice per round. So this is great. So he wants to thwart for the exact amount and kill enemies for the exact amount and reward you for that. So that's Karnak, and a lot of his kit is going to be centered around that. We will start with his signature ally, Gorgon Petragon. Good old Gorgon, an inhuman, 3 cost, 1, 2, 3 for thwart, attack, and health, who has a response. After Gorgon Petragon attacks, deal 1 damage to each enemy. So this can kind of set you up to let Karnak kind of finish them if they've already taken some ping damage. Signature ally, that's Gorgon. We have 2 copies of his resource card called Martial Training. I'm not sure why for whatever reason the text is super small on this card, but it says if Karnak has attacked or thwarted this turn, double the number of resources this card generates. So that's great. It's a wild. It can basically, if you thwart or attack before you use it, it's a double wild, which is great. Alright, let's move on to his events. His main event, I think, there are 4 copies of it. His bread and butter, 0 cost, excess, and restraint. It is an attack, skill, and thwart. It says there are 2 hero interrupts. Hero interrupt 1, when Karnak attacks, increase or decrease, you choose, the damage that attack deals by 1. Why would you want to decrease it? Let's say Karnak attacks for 2 and an enemy only has 1 health left. You can decrease it by 1. That way it rewards you for not dealing excess damage. You get to ready Karnak. And the other hero interrupt is exactly the same thing, but for thwarting. So when Karnak thwarts, increase or decrease, you choose the threat that thwart removes by 1. So this just helps you hit that exact amount. So that's excess and restraint. There are 4 copies of that. Moving on to probing for weakness. There are 2 copies of this 1 cost event. Attack, skill, hero action, attack. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. This attack gains piercing. If this attack discarded a tough status card, deal another 3 damage to that enemy. Great. No complaints there. It's a piercing, one for one to get off tough, and then you get to deal another 3. Worst case, it's just a 1 for 1 to help you set up for Karnak. Get a little sippy sip. All right. On to one of the best cards in this kit, I think. A 3-cost Disarm. There's 2 copies of these. It's a skill thwart, a hero action thwart. Remove 3 threat from a scheme and discard an armor, tech, or weapon attachment from the enemy. From an enemy. If no attachment was discarded this way, confuse the villain instead. So, amazing card. For 3 cost, you get to remove 3 threat and get rid of a nasty attachment. Or, worst case, it's 3 threat and a confuse for 3. So it's particularly good against villains that have a lot of attachments so there are some attachments out there that you cannot, there are no hero actions to discard. It just triggers when it triggers. So this will allow you to get rid of that. And our last event, the big whammy, 4 cost, the Shatterer. Attack skill, hero action, attack. Deal between 1 and 6 damage to an enemy. If you defeat a minion engaged with a player, stun the villain and each minion engaged with that player. So that's pretty clutch for some, minion swarm decks, or just getting a stun out of it is great. It is a little pricey, but if you got 2 minions and the villain, and you get 2 stuns out of it for 4 and kill a minion, and then possibly ready Karnak with it, it's pretty serious. Alright, we have 1 support. It's a 2-cost Tower of Wisdom, Inhuman Location. Karnak Mandar Azur gets +2 recovery, and as an alter ego action, we can exhaust the tower and remove 1 threat from a scheme. So that's great because every time we flip down, essentially, when we flip down, we can remove a threat. At the start of our next turn, we can remove a threat. So 2 thwart and alter ego, which is great. And then we only have 1 upgrade. There are 2 copies of it, though, and that is Peerless Defense, a preparation skill thwart. Ooh. This is a preparation? I might change a card in my deck. We'll just go with it for now. Hero Interrupt. Thwart. When you would take any amount of damage, discard Peerless Defense, prevent up to 3 of that damage, and remove threat from a scheme equal to the amount of damage prevented this way. So that's his big thwart card. And it prevents damage, which is awesome. I'm considering putting I am running Justice. So I'm running Justice, and I almost want to play Agent Coulson now so he can fish for that. I think I will. So real quick, before we get going, I'm going to take out Jack Flag. Let's get Coulson. Let's get Coulson in here. Alright. Coulson is in. Jack Flag is out. So I am playing a Justice deck. I kind of wanted to run a couple cards I don't normally play. So I am going to run a Living Tribunal. Just because it never sees play, and I thought it'd be fun maybe. So that we get to shuffle that into the counter deck. And then hopefully just get a free 2 threat. Or 2 threat gone. The other card I'm playing that I don't normally play, I think. Maybe not. I guess that's it. I'm playing all Guardian allies and pretty standard Justice deck. A little bit of damage, a little bit of confuse here and there. So let's go ahead and shuffle. I've already shuffled Rhino and set Rhino up, but I will give it one more little shuffle on camera. But we've got breaking and taken side scheme out per the when revealed of Rhino Stage 2. We are playing on Expert, by the way. So Breaking and Taken comes out with 3 threat on it, and it has a hazard icon. So if I don't get rid of that, by the time we get to the villain phase, I'm going to get an extra encounter card, which I do not want. I'm going to flip down to Alter Ego to start because I have to. And then I believe that's it for setup. Yeah, Rhino's got 15 health. I'm starting with 10. I've got my obligation in there already. And we will give this one more little shuffle. Alright. Let's draw our opening hand of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So excess and restraint. I'll put the Karnak cards up when I play them or when I talk about them, or I'll try to, for at least for all of Rhino. Once we get to Absorbing Man, hopefully you'll be familiar with them. So I did get an excess and restraint, which is great because Breaking and Taken has 3 threat on it, but Karnak only thwarts for 2. With excess and restraint, I can increase that threat that thwart by 1. Thwart for 3, which will let me ready and deal damage to Rhino. But the rest of my cards, I might put down a Justice Served, or I could just hold everything and play Venom. I might play Venom turn 1. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Okay. So let's do exactly what we said. Yeah. We will flip up to Karnak. And we'll look at Karnak one more time here. 2/2/1. Response after Karnak attacks or thwarts and defeats an enemy or side scheme without dealing excess damage or removing excess threat. Deal 1 damage to an enemy and ready Karnak. And I can do that twice per round. So we are going to thwart now. And he thwarts for 2, but we are going to play that excess and restraint. Trigger that bottom hero interrupt. When he thwarts, we can increase or decrease it, our choice, by the threat that thwart removes by 1. So we are going to increase it to 3, which will get rid of Breaking and Taken. And because we defeated a side scheme without dealing excess threat, we get to ready and deal 1 damage. Now the only downside is that this does only trigger on side schemes, so I can't do an exact thwart on the main scheme, but that's okay. And then I think I'm just going to spend 4 for Venom. And Venom has, it says while there's no threat on the main scheme, we reduce all consequential that he takes by 1. There is no threat, so we're going to have him attack for 3. He's down to 11, and he only takes 1 consequential, and Karnak is going to attack for 2. So Rhino's down to 9, and we will ready up. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so we're going to start the villain phase with 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack us. I'm just going to take it here. 3 plus 0. So I will take 3. Down to 7, and our encounter card is a Hydra Mercenary who has guard. Okay. So, looking at my hand here, I want to play the Tower of Wisdom, which gives me +2 recovery, and whenever I flip down, I can remove a threat, which actually is perfect here. So that cost me 2. Yeah, so I think what we'll do here is what do I do here? I could play Eros, but I want the tower. So I think what we'll do is play the tower. I'm going to flip down, and as an alter ego action on Tower of Wisdom, I can exhaust it and remove 1 threat from a scheme. So we will remove 1 from the main scheme, which means Venom no longer takes consequential. So we will kill the Hydra Mercenary for 3, and Venom takes 1. We will recover for 3. So we have a recovery of 5 with the tower, but 10 is my max hit points. And looking at the alter ego again, after I have a response after I recover, I can search my deck and discard pile for an attack, thwart, or defense event and add it to my hand. So that's awesome. I'm exhausted. That's perfect because I'm going to now play, I'll just add a Stealth Strike from my discard pile. And I'm going to spend 2 for a Peerless Defense. 2 cost upgrade. Thwart, it's a preparation. Hero interrupt thwart when you would take any amount of damage. discard Peerless Defense, prevent up to 3 of that, and I get to remove threat from a scheme equal to the amount of damage prevented this way. Alright. So I've got that in play, and I will ready up here. Get to draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright. Step 1 of the villain phase, we're going to get 1 on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 1 plus 1 for a total of 2. We're at 2 out of 7. And our encounter card is Sandman, who comes in with Tough. Okay. So, what do we do here? I think I'm going to use the tower to remove 1 threat. I'm going to flip up. I want to play... I've got Gorgon in hand. I think I want to play Gorgon. So I'm going to spend a downtime. I'll spend a Living Tribunal. And an Agent Coulson here. For a Gorgon Petragon. So he has a response after he attacks, deal 1 damage to each enemy. So that's going to be perfect to knock off the Tough here. So let's do 2 damage to Rhino. Bring him down to 7. Then the response of Petragon after he attacks, deal 1 to each enemy. So 1 more to Rhino. And we'll knock off the Tough from Sandman. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a way to kill... I can kill Sandman, but I will lose Venom in the process. I think I'm still going to do it. So we'll attack Sandman for 3. And then because there is threat on the main scheme, Venom takes 2 consequential damage, which will kill him. Then we're going to attack Sandman with Karnak, and we're going to play an excess and restraint to decrease his attack by 1. So Karnak will only deal 1 damage to Sandman, but that does kill Sandman, which is going to trigger Karnak's ability. He gets to ready and deal a damage to an enemy. So Rhino's down to 5. Then we will thwart for 2 with Karnak and ready up. I think I'm going to hold the Sonic Rifle. 3, 4, and 5. Alright, step 1. Got 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack. We'll take it. 3 plus 0. Now I could use the Peerless Defense, prevent all 3 of that. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll trigger this Peerless Defense, prevent 3 of that damage, and remove threat from a scheme equal to the amount of damage prevented this way. So we get to remove 3 threat. There's only 1, but we'll still remove it. And then our encounter card is a Charge. So we're going to attach that to Rhino, and when he attacks, he's going to get +3 and gains Overkill. So this would be perfect for that disarm card. Unfortunately, I don't have it in hand. So I might flip down, or I do have another Peerless Defense. But I think what I'm going to do is first I'm going to attack with Gorgon. I'll deal 2. Then I get to, the response on Gorgon is after Gorgon attacks, deal 1 damage to each enemy. So Rhino is down to 2. So with Karnak, I could defeat Rhino, which would trigger his ability, because it's exactly 2. So yeah, let's do that. Exactly 2 damage, so he is defeated, and Rhino goes to stage 3, who starts with 16. He gets a Tough, and I am stunned. But because I defeated him exactly, I get to ready Karnak and deal a damage to an enemy. So that's going to take that Tough right back off. We're going to exhaust to get rid of our stun. We'll spend 3 cards for a Sonic Rifle. It comes in with 2 charges. We will use our Sonic Rifle. Hero action, exhaust Sonic Rifle, remove 1 counter from it, confuse an enemy. Or I could deal 3 damage if he was already confused. So that will save us from that. And then I think I just flip down and ready up. I'm trying to decide if I want to hold the Peerless Are both of my disarms in the discard pile? One. Only one is. So maybe I discard this. No, I'll hold it and drop to 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1 on the main scheme for step 1. He schemes, but he's confused, and our encounter card is a psionic ghost. When revealed, you are confused. Alright, I am confused. Alright, back to me. Got some good stuff to do. Well, first I'm going to hit the Tower of Wisdom to get 1 off the main scheme. Then, yeah, let's flip up. And I will use Gorgon. We will hit Rhino for 2. And the response after he attacks, deal 1 to each enemy. So 1 more to Rhino, 1 to the Psionic Ghost, and then Gorgon takes his 3rd hit point and consequential damage and dies. And then with Karnak, I will attack the Psionic Ghost and play one of those excess and restraints for 0, increases attack by 1 to deal 3, which will kill a Psionic Ghost exactly, which lets me deal a damage to an enemy and ready Karnak. I think I will... I could either play Wraith. I could play Wraith and an Endurance. Yeah, let's play Wraith and an Endurance. So 3 Power of Justice and Under Surveillance for Wraith. And I will spend a Peerless Defense for an Endurance. I think I'm going to pop my last Sonic Rifle to confuse Rhino, and then I will thwart to remove my confused. I'm going to leave Wraith for now. Yeah, in case there's a boost effect. Especially with those Psionic Ghosts. So let's drop to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will put 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack us for a base of 7. Oh, sorry, my endurance should put me at 13. That way I can just take this. So 7 plus 0. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am down to 6. And charge is gone. And then our encounter card is a Servant Bot. So this has Guard and Patrol. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have excess and restraint to get the perfect amount for that. But what I do have is a Clear the Area, which I think I will play. I'm going to spend an MP to play Clear the Area. Remove 2 from it. Oh, actually, I can't. He's got Patrol. Derp. I do have a one way or another. Draw 3. I might draw into it. Yeah, let's play one way or another. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme. Got Crowd Control. I think that might be the only one in there. Yep. Alright, Crowd Control it is. So this comes in with 2 threat, which is perfect because I can actually... Oh wow, yeah, here we go. Get to see a little Karnak combo. The KC. Alright. So, I get to draw 3 cards now, from one way or another. Alright, check this out, check this out. I'm going to thwart for 2 on Crowd Control. So, that is the exact amount it needs, so it lets me deal 1 damage to an enemy and ready Karnak. Now I will attack the Servant Bot for 2, which is the exact amount, no excess, which lets me deal 1 damage to an enemy and ready Karnak. So that's my limit twice per round, but I did get to hit it twice. And now I've got a pretty serious hand. I do have one of my martial training resource cards, which basically now, because I've attacked or thwarted this turn, this is a double resource card for me. Which I like. So now I think I can play... Ooh, I kind of want to play Making an Entrance here just to heal a little bit. Yeah, let's play... So let's thwart. I mean, can I kill him? He is 11. I can do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can deal 10 if I played everything here. Huh. Bummer. Well, let's play Clear the Area to draw a card and see what we get. I did get a Disarm, but that doesn't help us right now. So, I think what I'll do is spend a 1, 2, 3... Sorry. Power of Justice, and I'm making an entrance for Quasar, who, after he enters play, remove 1 threat from each scheme in play. There aren't any, and that's okay. And then, man, this is not efficient, but I'm going to do it anyways. I have a Concussive Blow and a Disarm, so I have 2 ways to confuse him, but he's already confused. So, in Disarm, all that does is remove threat. So I think I'm just going to do a Concussive Blow. So this Martial Training counts as 2 because I have attacked or thwarted, and then Disarm for 3 to play Concussive Blow. Oh, yeah. So Martial Training is wild as well, so that does... Hero action on Concussive Blow says confuse an enemy. If I paid using a physical resource, which I did with the wild, I get to deal 3 damage to that enemy. So he's really confused. I will smack him for 2 with Karnak. I will smack him for 2 with Quasar. And I will smack him for 3 with Wraith. And he has 2 consequential damage when he attacks. And that is it. I will ready up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw 5. And here we go. 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack. And Quasar is going to take 1 for the team here. 4 plus 2. Thank you, Quasar. And our encounter card is I'm Tough. When revealed, we're going to give Rhino a Tough card. Tough status card. Okay, back to us. Welp. I think we just use Wraith to knock off that Tough. Wraith will die. And we use Karnak to finish him. So boom. There we go. GG's. Rhino Classic Pushover. I thought maybe the Menagerie Medley would make it a little tougher, especially with all the confuses and then patrols, and he is always just 1 advance away from taking out, but I think I got a little lucky on those encounter cards, but I'll take it. Alright, so I'm shuffling up, and then I will move over to Absorbing Man, who's already pre-shuffled. Although I do need to shuffle in. I haven't done the setup on him. So let's take out my Obligation. Obligation. Forever unchanging. I figure we'll just look at that if and when. If and when. Maybe if I remember, I will show off his Nemesis set if it never comes up after all 3 villains. Okay, Rhino is out of here. Goodbye, Rhino. We're going to take out Absorbing Man. Okay, so this will get shuffled in after the setup, and this is shuffled with State of Emergency. Yep, okay, so let's shuffle in this. And so we're going to do the when revealed. I can never remember. I don't think there's official ruling for does the setup happen first or does the when revealed on stage 2 happen first. I'm going to do this one, and then they're both shuffles anyway, so I'm just going to do both. So I'm going to discard until I get an environment. So we've got abandoned facility, and then we're going to go search for Super Absorbing Power. Super Absorbing Power. And now we will shuffle in our Obligation. Shuffle the encounter deck. This comes in with 3. And we'll flip this. It starts with 2. Alright, so Abandoned Facility gives him the Metal trait. which says forced response. After Absorbing Man makes an undefended attack against you, I have to discard 1 resource icon from my hand, or 2 resource icons instead, if there are 5 or more delay counters in the main scheme. Oh yeah, I forgot about this delay counter thing. I hope I remember to do that. It's been a while since I've played good old Absorbing Man. Then Super Absorbing Power side scheme gives him all 4 traits. Okay. Main scheme, None Shall Pass. We've got 12 threat threshold. Forced response. After resolving step 1, we're going to place a delay counter. Okay. And forced interrupt. When an environment enters play, we discard each other environment card in play. Okay. And Absorbing Man himself is a 2/2 with 15 health, and then the one revealed was just fishing out the Super Absorbing Power. So he's going to send to 15. I'll give myself 1 quick shuffle, and then we will get going. I need to set my health to 10. Alright. Going to 10. And draw my opening 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I did get an Excess and Restraint, which is perfect for the Super Absorbing Power. I got an Arrows. I got an Under Surveillance. Actually, I have 2 Excess and Restraints. Making Entrance, I definitely don't need. I might just keep this because if I play 1 Excess and Restraint, get rid of that. This will make this Martial Training worth 2. I can play an Under Surveillance, and then I can spend 2 more for an Arrows. Seems like a pretty good first turn, so let's do that. Flip up. We will Exhaust to Thwart for 2 and use an Excess and Restraint to increase that Thwart by 1. So thwarting for 3. We took out the side scheme exactly with no excess, so we get to ready and deal 1 damage. Then Martial Training now counts as 2 resources, so we will play an Under Surveillance. I guess we could put it like that. And then with my last 2 cards, I will play an Arrows. His response can confuse minions. There aren't any minions, so I'm not even going to read it. And now we've got Arrows, who's going to thwart for 2. And Karnak is going to attack for 2. Alright. Ready up. Draw 5. Okay. Got a Sonic Rifle, Clear the Area, Power of Justice, another Excess and Restraint, and a Skilled Investigators. Interesting turn. Okay, I like this. I like this hand. Now what I need to do is probably defend with Arrow, so I don't have to discard a card. Let's start with step 1. We increase it by 1, and we have to place a delay counter. So we have 1 delay counter. And now he's going to attack us for 2. We will exhaust Arrows to defend. 2 plus 1 is 3. Arrows is dead, which does not trigger the forced response on Abandoned Facility because it was not an undefended attack. And we go to our encounter card. Citywide Crisis. Resolve when revealed ability on each side scheme in play. There are no side schemes in play. So if no when revealed ability was resolved this way, place 2 threat on each scheme. Alright, so we got 3 on the main scheme now. And that actually does kind of mess me up because I was going to clear the area. Welp. That's okay. I can still have a pretty good turn here. So what I'm going to do is spend a Clear the Area and Power of Justice for a Sonic Rifle. Then I will play a Skilled Investigator. And then I will thwart for 2 plus 1 with my Excess and Restraint. Clear the main scheme. I will use a Sonic Rifle to confuse Absorbing Man, and I will flip down. Alright, drawing up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, 1 on the main scheme. 1 more delay counter. He's going to scheme, but he's exhausted. Or, sorry, he is confused. And our encounter card is an Assault, which surges into a Steel Kick. When revealed, Alter Ego, place 2 threat on the main scheme. 3 threat, instead if Absorbing Man has the Metal trait, which he does. So we got 3 threat there. Okay. So he's got 4 in the main scheme. We can deal with that. And now it's back to us. Let's ready up. Or sorry, let's flip up. Got a beat cop, which I like. Yeah. We'll use a beat cop. Sorry, a power of justice and concussive blow for a beat cop. We will use beat cop, exhaust, and remove 1 threat from a scheme to here. So main scheme goes down to 3. Beat cop goes to 1. I will spend a disarm for an endurance and go to 13. Let's use our second sonic rifle to confuse Absorbing Man. And we will attack. Let's attack for 2 and bring him down to 10. Now we will ready up. So I hold Heroic Intuition. Ugh. Yeah, let's just let's hold it. 4 and 5. Okay, 1 on the main scheme. 1 delay counter. Okay, so now I need to decide if I don't defend, I have to lose a resource. Which, that's fine. So I'm not going to defend. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which triggers the abandoned facility, which means I have to discard a resource. I will discard Probing for Weakness. And our encounter card is Avalanche, which comes out with 2. And it says, when revealed, each player must either choose to spend an energy resource or take 2 indirect damage. 3 indirect damage if there are 5 or more delay counters. There's not. So I will take the 2. I'll take the 2. Okay. So this is good because I can... Yeah, this is perfect for Karnak. So let's just start by thwarting for 2, which clears that with no excess, which lets me ready, ping him for 1, and then I will exhaust my Skilled Investigator. Hero response. After a side team is defeated, it exhausts Skilled Investigator, draw a card. Okay. And now that I've thwarted or attacked, Martial Training is worth 2 resources. Do I play Wraith here? I'm definitely going to flip down. Yeah, let's do Martial Training and a Disarm for Wraith. I'll spend my Heroic Intuition for a Justice Served. I will beat Cop. Remove 1 from here. He's confused, so I'm okay with flipping down and just recovering. So I will recover for 3, and that triggers his response. I get to search my encounter deck or discard pile for an event. I think I'll take a Making an Entrance. Yeah. And I'll hold that. So I will now draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 1 on the main scheme, and he gets his 4th delay counter. He schemes, but he's confused. And our encounter card is Shadows of the Past. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to reveal my set aside Nemesis minion. We've got Supreme Intelligence, who's a 3 scheme and a star attack, which says force to interrupt when Supreme Intelligence would attack, he schemes instead. And he's going to scheme for 3 every time. He's got 6 health. And then we get our side scheme, Kree Invasion. 2 per player. Threat cannot be removed here if the Supreme Intelligence is in play. He is in play. And that also has the... I don't remember what it's called, but basically I cannot thwart the main scheme while this is in play. And these 3 cards are going to get shuffled in. Oops. 1, 2, other one on top. And a shuffle. There you go, folks. You get to see his really nasty Nemesis set. Because I need to kill him, but he's got 6. Well, I've got Wraith out who can deal 3. And yeah, I'm not too worried about that, actually. I could also, if I wanted to, I could recover again, which will let me search for a card. I could search for that 4-cost event that lets me deal between 1 and 6 damage to a minion, which would kill him and ready me. Ooh, that might be the play. That's Stun Absorbing Man. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Let's recover for 3. So back up to 12. We are going to go searching for, there it is. I'll put that up while I'm shuffling. The Shatterer. It's a 4-cost event, attack, deal between 1 and 6 damage to an enemy. If I defeat a minion engaged with a player, I get to stun the villain and each minion engaged with that player. Alright, so now I will flip up. I'm going to play that card, and I'm going to play that card with Making an Entrance, Downtime, Stealth Strike, and Venom to play the Shatterer. And I will deal between 1 and 6. I will choose 6. So I will kill Supreme Intelligence, and because I defeated a minion, I get to stun the villain and every other minion. There aren't any others. But I defeated him with no excess damage, which lets me ready and deal a damage to an enemy. Then I will thwart for 2, which with no excess, so I get to ready and deal a damage. And that's my limit of 2 for the round. So now the question is, do I one way or another? Do I? Yeah, I think I do. One way or another. Search for a side scheme. Hot Pursuit. I could discard until I get a minion. That might not be that bad. Take 3 indirect damage. That's also not bad. Avalanche. I could just take 2 damage. Discard the lowest cost card I control. I'd have to discard my Skilled Investigator. I kind of don't want to do that. Okay, yeah, let's do an Avalanche here. So I either have to spend an energy resource or take 2 indirect damage. I will just take the 2 indirect. Go down to 10. This comes in with 2. And with one way or another, I get to draw 3. Ooh, I got my tower. I was kind of wanting to play Agent Coulson. But I think what I'll do instead is clear the area with an Excess and Restraint. And that will remove 2, which will let me use my Skill Investigator to draw a card and clear the area. It lets me draw a card. And now do I Coulson? Or do I play the tower? I like the tower. Between the tower and Beat Cop, I can remove 2 in Alter Ego every turn. And he's stunned. Yeah, let's play the tower. I'll hold Coulson. We'll Beat Cop. Main scheme down to 3. Beat Cop's at 3. And we will just thwart for 2 off the main. And that's it. I kind of like leaving Wraith either for endgame or for his effect. So let's just hold him for now. Alright, 5 in hand. 1 on the main. He is now at 5 delay counters. We've taken too long. He attacks but he's stunned, and our encounter card is Stall Tactics. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for every 2 delay counters on the main scheme. Okay, there's 5. So we place 2 threat on the main scheme. If no threat was placed this way, the card gains search. Okay, threat was placed. So that was a pretty easy villain turn here. Now it's back to us. Do I play Gorgon? I like Gorgon. cost 3. 2, 3. Yeah, let's play Gorgon for 3. And we'll use Gorgon. He attacks for 2. Resorting Man's down to 5. And he's got the response after Gorgon attacks, deal 1 damage to each enemy. Resorting Man's down to 4. And Gorgon takes 1 damage here. We'll beat Cop. Main scheme down to 3. Beat Cop goes to 4. What do I do here? I kind of want to flip down just to not trigger this abandoned facility. So let's thwart for 2. Flip down. We'll hit the tower. Alter Ego action, exhaust the tower, remove 1 from the scheme. I think that's it. We're ready. Am I going to deck out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am, so I'll hold the Peerless Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get an extra encounter card. And we'll shuffle up. Alright. So far, so good. Alright. I need to draw 1 more. And here we go, villain turn. 1 on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2 plus a boost. Oh man, I can't trigger Wraith because I'm not in hero form. And he's going to reveal Ball and Chain, which has a hero action. I could spend a physical resource and shuffle it into the encounter deck. So he schemes for 2 plus 1 is 3. Main scheme's at 4. And our 2 encounter cards are Advance. Not good. So 2, 3, plus another 3 is 6. We are now at 10 on the main scheme. And our second encounter card is Swinging Stone. He schemes. Again, if he has stone, he does not. So he just schemes 1 more time for 3 plus a boost. If there are 5 or more delay counters in the main scheme, actually, sorry, there should be 1 more now. I take 1 indirect damage, so I'll take the damage. He schemes for 3. He's up to 13 now. Luckily, we had that under surveillance. So he just schemed for 13 in 1 turn. That's insane. Okay, but we're still okay. Thank goodness for that under surveillance. So let's start with the Tower of Wisdom. Remove 1. Then we will... I kind of want to recover here. Let's recover. 1, 2, 3. We're up to 12. I get to search my deck. I think I'm going to search for a disarm so I can remove that weapon. We'll shuffle. Okay. Let's flip up. Beat Cop for 1. So this goes down to 11. Beat Cop is at 5 now. We will play a disarm. Actually, have I played a card yet? I have not. Maybe I play an impede. Let's do a making an entrance and a probing for weakness for an impede. Remove 3 threat. So we're down to 8. And since it's the first card I played, I get to bounce impede back to my hand. We will then use impede, peerless defense, and making an entrance for a disarm. First time we're playing this one. 3 cost, thwart event. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. And discard an armor, tech, or weapon attachment from an enemy. So Ball and Chain is a weapon. It's out of here. Alright. And if there were no attachments to this card, we would confuse him instead. But I like getting rid of that. So now I will attack with Gorgon. Hit him for 2 plus 1. He's down to 1. And I think that's it. I don't want to use Wraith for 3 attack. He's only got 1 health left. I'll hold the Peerless Defense. No, I won't. I'll just draw 5. 4. Look at the Shatterer. Alright, 1 on the main scheme. And we get another delay encounter. We're up to 7. Gorgon's going to block here. for 2 plus a boost. It's another environment. I actually don't mind this environment, so we will not trigger Wraith. We'll put Dense Forest into play. So now after he makes an undefended attack, I have to take 2 indirect damage. And that's fine. So that still kills Gorgon. And our encounter card is an Icy Grip. I am stunned. If Absorbing Man has the Ice trait, he does not, he has Wood. Oh, he's got Wood. Then I would take 2 indirect damage, but I don't. Okay. Alright. Back to me. So almost hoping a minion would come out for a Shatterer, but it did not. So we will start with the Beat Cop. We will exhaust to get rid of my stunned. What do I play here? I don't have much to play. I might just use a Heroic Intuition for Clear the Area. Bring this down to 3. Oh, but then I can't play Quasar. Okay, let's not do that. Let's keep that at 5. I think I just play Quasar. 1, 2. I want to hold the Shatter, but there's just not enough minions. So let's, play Quasar. After he enters play, I remove 1 from each scheme in play. We'll bring that down to 4. What happens when we get to 3? Okay. He attacks for 3. Ugh. Let's keep him here on stage 2 for 1 more turn, I think. Yeah, I think we just ready. I'll draw up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We get 1 on the main scheme. Another delay, so we're at 8. He's going to attack. I think we just take it here. I'll take the indirect damage. So 2 plus 2 is 4. I'm down to 8. And now I have to take 2 indirect damage. We'll give 1 to Quasar. Or we'll actually give both to Quasar. And then our encounter card is a Kree Soldier. So this is part of his Nemesis set. He is a 1, 2, 3. When revealed, when Kree Soldier engages with you, when he engages us, I have to spend a mental resource or add 2 threat to the main scheme. I'll take the threat. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So now it's to me. First thing we're going to do is we're definitely going to kill this Kree Soldier with an Excess and Restraint +1. So we did 3, which is exactly enough. So we will ping an enemy for 1, which kills Absorbing Man. We'll bring him to stage 2. Now he's at 16, and I get to ready. And now it says after he activates against me. Has that always been activate? Oh, no, it's the... So this happens if he makes an undefended attack, but now no matter what, if he activates against me, if he's metal or wood, which he is, I take 1 indirect damage. Okay, so that even happens when he schemes, which is fine. So let's beat Cop for 1. I'm thinking about doing a concussive blow, flipping down, and then coming back up for a big turn. I think that's the move. Because I can spend a Power of Justice and an Excess and Restraint for a concussive blow. Confuse an enemy. I did pay with a wild, so I get to hit him for 3. Down to 13. I think I'll thwart for 2 before I do that. Bring it down to 4. I'll flip down, hit the tower to thwart for 1 more. And then I'll leave my 2 guys out. Alright, I'm going to hold on to arrows. No, I'm not. I want some attack. 5 and 6. I didn't really get that much attack. Actually, I didn't get any attack. That's okay. 1 on the main scheme. We get another little counter. He schemes, but he is confused, and our encounter card is a Citywide Crisis. Resolve each when revealed ability on each side scheme, but if there are none, which there aren't, we place 2 threat onto each scheme. Easy peasy. Alright, back to us. Tower of Wisdom to remove 1. I think I recover for 3. That lets me search my deck and discard pile for an attack, thwart, or defense. Let's find an attack. Do I just take the Shatterer? It's 4 though. I feel like... Let's take a thwart. Right? Yeah, let's take an impede. Okay. Then we'll flip up. Beat Cop. Main scheme for 1. We'll play an impede as our first card, which removes 3 and bounces impede back. I think we'll then play Venom. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Venom. We will thwart for 1 with Wraith. Oops. And then we will hit Absorbing Man for 3. And that means Venom only takes 1 consequential. And then we'll ready up. I'm going to pitch the disarm. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 on the main scheme. And a 10th delay counter. He's going to attack. I think we'll actually block with Quasar. So 3 plus a boost. It's another environment. I think we'll let it go. So now he's got Ice, which means after he activates, we place 1 threat in the main scheme. Okay, so he kills Quasar. And now after he activates, we place 1 on the main scheme. And our encounter card is Piercing Thorns. When revealed, discard 1 card at random from my hand. And then if he has wood, which he does not, I discard 1 card I control. Alright, I lost my second Justice Served. That's okay. Okay. So, he's got 10 health. I could Stealth Strike him for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, perfect. But first, let's thwart for 2. Pop our Justice Served and ready. So even though this was the exact amount, he only triggers off side schemes. Then we will, and the reason why I did that is so I could get Martial Training to count as 2. So we will use Martial Training and clear the area for a Stealth Strike. Smack him for 4. He's down to 6. We will make a basic attack with an Excess and Restraint to make it 3. And then we will attack with Venom for 3. And that will kill Absorbing Man. Stage 3. GG's. We're shredding. We're shredding them. This is the first time I think I've ever played Venom. And true solo in a Justice deck. He's pretty good. Gotta say. Alright, so I'm shuffling up our last... We've kind of played Absorbing Man. I don't even know what kind of villain he is. Just bad. He's just bad at everything he does, I guess. But I did put in the State of Emergency to get a couple extra side schemes because I wanted an encounter with side schemes to show off Karnak's thwarting abilities. And then with Rhino, I wanted... and then with Mutagen Formula, we will have a minion heavy one. See how he does against that. It's particularly minion heavy too because they got the Wrecking Crew modular, which I've never played with. I've never looked at those cards. I just shuffled them in. So we'll see how that goes. I've heard it's hard. Whoops. I'm going to pull out my Nemesis set and my Obligation. I think that's it. Okay, perfect. Alright. Absorbing Man. Yeah, out of here. Nemesis set. Yeah, out of here. Green Goblin. We're subbing them in. I think this might be a tough one here. So, we are going to put a Goblin Thrall into play. Then we're going to shuffle. I guess technically we do the one revealed before we shuffle our obligation in. Let me shuffle these up. And yeah, this is Wrecking Crew. So, kind of excited to see some of those. Here are my 2 encounter cards, and now we will shuffle in our obligation. Green Goblin's coming in with 18 health. And he's got a force response after he attacks and damages you. So that does not count if he kills a minion or an ally. Just me, Karnak. Then we place 1 threat in the main scheme. He starts at a 2/2. And we've got Unleashing the Mutagen. Starts with 2. When completed, in player order, each player not engaged with a goblin, we discard 3 cards in the encounter deck, and we put the first goblin minion they discarded this way into play, engaged with them. We've got the classic Goblin Thrall with guard, 3 health, and a 1/1. Green Goblin starts at 18. I think I already shuffled, but I will just do a little short one more time. And let's move these over just a little bit. I'm drifting to the left. Better. Yeah. I'm really bad at playing my cards straight, I've realized. Okay. Let's flip this over. He's at 18. We're at 11. We've got our Goblin Thrall, our 2 encounter cards. We're going to draw our opening hand of 6. Alright, what do we got? I got an Excess and Restraint, which is perfect for the Thrall. That'll let me ready. I like an Under Surveillance. Yeah, I mean, we can't go wrong with that. And then I can play an Endurance, too. Yep. Seems like a good first turn to me. Flip up. Attack for 2 plus 1 with our Excess and Restraint, which will kill the Goblin Thrall, which lets me deal 1 to an enemy and ready. We'll spend 2 for an Under Surveillance on the main scheme. We'll spend 1 for an Endurance. Sorry, I should be at 10, not 11, but now we'll go up to 13. Thwart for 2 off that main scheme, and end our first turn. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, there we go. 1 on the main scheme. He's going to attack us for 2 plus 2 is 4, and since he damaged me, he gets to place 1 on the main scheme. So here's the hardest part of the scenario, is getting through these 3 cards. Under Fire, so it surges, and then we reveal the top card. It's a Goblin Thrall, okay? Then we've got Wicked Ambitions. Discard X cards from the encounter deck where X is equal to double the villain's stage number. Each time a goblin minion's discarded, I take 3 damage or put that minion into play. First card is a Goblin Knight. I'll take the 3 damage on that one. Down to 6. Second card is a Glider. Third card is an Assault. And fourth card is a Wrecking Crew Magic Muscles. So it only happened once. That's not terrible. Next card is Goblin Reinforcements. Comes in with 2. When revealed, place 1 additional threat here for each goblin minion. Alright, 3. And an Assault. So he's attacking for 2. He can't kill me. I'll just take it. And then I gotta flip down. Yeah, 2 plus a boost. Green Goblin Soldier comes into play. I take 2. And we put 1 more on the main scheme. Woof. Yikes. Okay. So now we gotta decide what to do here. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is play a Heroic Intuition. Thwart for 3. We'll get rid of this. And that lets me deal damage to an enemy and ready. I'm gonna deal to this Goblin Thrall. That way I can attack him for 2. Kill him with no excess, which lets me deal damage to an enemy and ready. So here's the question. Do I play one way or another, draw 3, and have a decent turn? I know there are those ones. Yeah, I think I do it. One way or another. This will come in with 3, which I don't like. Oh, actually I can get rid of that right away. Then flip down. Okay, so that's not bad. Overruns. Not bad, but I don't want the extra minion. Goblin Nation. That's easy. That's super easy. But I think I want to get Goblin Reinforcements out of the deck. So this comes in with 3. 2 plus 1 from the Goblin Minion. I get to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's play a Skilled Investigator and Thwart for 3. We'll get rid of that. Now, I've already triggered his ability twice, so I don't get to use it a third time. It's twice per round max. But I do get a Skilled Investigator. Okay. Wow, I could use the Shatterer. Stun him. That seems pretty crazy. Is that what I do? Is that what I do? Or do I hold the Shatterer for next time? I think I hold the Shatterer for next time. So I think this turn I want to play Quasar. Let's play Quasar. Right? Or I could use Disarm. No, yeah, let's play Quasar. Quasar, when he comes in, I remove 1 from each scheme and play. Let's attack for 2. No, let's just thwart for 1 more, and then I'll flip down. I'm gonna hold the Shatterer and draw 6, or draw 5. I had 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 on the main scheme. He schemes for 2 plus 2 is 4. We're at 6. Goblin Soldier schemes for 1 more. We're at 7. Normally that would pop it, but under surveillance lets us save it to 11. And our encounter card is Overrun. This only comes in with 1. And when we defeat it, we discard 2 cards in the encounter deck and put each Goblin minion they discard into play engaged with them. Okay. Now, I have to recover here, I think. So let's recover. 1, 2, 3. That lets me search for a event. And I think I'll take... I think I will take an Excess and a Restraint. Yeah. Then I'm going to flip up. I'm going to use Quasar to get rid of this Overrun. So I need to discard 2 cards, and I place each Goblin minion. There were no Goblin minions. That does let me trigger Skilled Investigator. And now I will play 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, and 4 for the Shatterer. I'm going to deal between 1 and 6 damage. I will deal 4 damage. And when I defeat him, I deal 1 damage to the engaged player. And because I defeated him with the exact amount, I get to ready and deal damage. And with the Shatterer, because I defeat a minion, I get to stun the villain and each other minion. So that is why I got rid of that side scheme first. In case any more Goblin minions came out, the Shatterer would stun them all as well. Okay. Then I was hoping I could... 1, 2, 3. I can't. I was hoping I had 1 more card to play a double making the entrance so I could heal for 4. So I think what I'll do... He is stunned. I think I'll still play 1. So I'm going to make a thwart. And I have 1, 2, 3. And I'll play a making the entrance so I get +2 thwart. So I'll thwart for 5. And I'm going to hold the other one, I think. And go up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 on the main scheme. He attacks, but he's stunned. And our encounter card is a Goblin Thrall. Okay, we can deal with that. Okay. Now, I think what we do is play probing for weakness for making the entrance. So we will attack, thwart for 5. We do clear all the threats, so I get to heal 2 damage from my hero. Go up to 8. I'm going to spend a martial training for the tower. Do I flip? I got no threat on the main scheme. I can have an impede for next turn. Yeah, let's flip. There's no threat for the tower, and I will just ready. Draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright. 1 on the main scheme. He schemes for 2 plus 2. So we're at 5. Goblin Thrall adds 1 more. And our encounter card is Death from Above. When revealed, Alter Ego, Green Goblin schemes with plus X scheme, where X is equal to the villain stage number. So he's scheming for 4. Plus 2 is 6. That's 11, 12. So that is enough to finish this. And it says, when completed in player order, each player not engaged with a goblin minion. I am engaged with a goblin minion. So I'm going to lose under surveillance. When revealed, we go to stage 2B. This comes in with 4 threat per player. And X, it goes up by X each round, and X is equal to the number of goblin enemies in play, including Green Goblin. So right now it would be 2. Okay, bummer. That kind of stinks. Okay, that's alright. That's okay. So let's start with a tower. Move it down to 1. Do I recover here? I think I do, and I go get the Shatterer again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get plus 2 recovery with the tower, so I'm at 13. I think I go find the Shatterer. I flip up. I spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the Shatterer, which lets me deal between 1 and 6, I would deal 3. Which lets me deal 1 and ready. And then I get to stun him. Okay. Now I will thwart for 3 and call it a day. I think I want to hold my beat cop and clear the area. Yeah. Okay. Alright. 1 on the main scheme. It goes up by 1 because there's 1 goblin in play. He attacks, but he's stunned. And our encounter card is Thunderball. So he is a 3/1/7 minion who has Villainous and Force Response. After he attacks me, I deal 1 damage to each character I control. Okay. He got to go. I don't think I can kill him this turn. I don't have any damage here. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can kill him, actually. Gotta spend my whole turn playing Venom here. That's what I gotta do, though. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Venom. We'll deal 2 with Quasar, which will kill Quasar. We'll deal 3 with Venom. So he's at 5 now. And because there's threat in the main scheme, Venom takes 2 damage. And then I will attack for 2, which is the exact amount of damage I need. So I can ping Goblin for 1. Ready. Do I flip here? We've got the tower. I kind of want the extra hand for a beat cop. Let's flip. Oh wait, I think I flipped up this turn, didn't I? I think I did. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I did. I did. So that means I will just attack for 2. Bink. Down to 12. Do I hold on to the beat cop? It's going to be my whole turn if I do. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1 on the main. He attacks. I'll just take it. 2 plus 1. And it gets plus 1 boost icon if at least 1 goblin minion is engaged. There's not. So I just take 3. He triggers his force response. Since he damaged me, I place 1 on the main. And our encounter card is a Goblin Thrall. Okay. Okay. I like this. I like this. So let's attack for 2, and we'll make it a 3 with an excess and restraint. That kills him, which lets me ping Goblin for 1 and ready. We will thwart for 3. We will use Venom to attack for 3, and because there's no threat in the main scheme, he only takes 1 consequential. And then I think I play Beat Cop. Just to get it down. I can flip here. I think I take 1 more attack and then I flip. Because my recovery is 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and I don't want him to draw a scheme card. Because I'm going to next turn counter card. In worst case, if he does draw an extra attack, I can block with Venom. I don't really want to. Well, actually, that's kind of what it's here for now at this point. Although 3 damage is... That can set me up on one of those 5 health minions. Okay, 1 extra card. 5. 1 on the main. He attacks. I'm going to take it. 2 plus a boost of Goblin Thrall. So I take the 2, which pops the main scheme to 2. Goblin Thrall, I'll take the 1. 2 encounter cards. First one's Death from Above. Green Goblin attacks with plus X attack. So he's attacking for a base of 4. Okay, Venom. 4 plus 0. Bummer. Now that Venom is not me, so he doesn't get to place the 1. And our second encounter card is Exhaustion. Surge. I'm exhausted. And Overrun. 1 per player. Well then, that is not good. Although, I don't have a way to deal any damage right now. Okay, well, first thing we're going to do is Beat Cop. 1 onto here. We'll do the when defeated. We discard cards, or 2 cards, and each minion we put into play. Each minion or goblin? Okay, goblin minion. Whew. Wrecker came off the top. That would have been bad. Okay, so that's gone, which does let me trigger Skilled Investigator. Man, not what I wanted. I could play Eros. Yeah, let's play Eros. A martial training. So right now, martial training only counts as 1 because I've not attacked or thwarted. And I can't. So I'm going to spend 2, a wild and a mental for Eros. And after I play him from my hand, I get to confuse 1 minion for each mental resource. I used 2, so we will confuse both of them. Then I will spend 2 for an under surveillance. We'll thwart for 2 with Eros. Flip down. And that's it. I will recover next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 on the main scheme. Or sorry, actually it's 3 on the main scheme because there are 3 goblins. That's not good. Green Goblin schemes for 2 plus 2 is 4. So we're at 7. Both of these thralls scheme, but they're confused. And our encounter card is a Goblin Soldier. Okay. Well, we know what we got to do here. We're going to recover for 5 and go up to 12. And we're going to go search for the Shatterer. There it is. Too good. It's too good. It's usually your whole hand to do it, though. But I think it's worth it. Because I got to clear some minions here. Okay. We're going to hit the tower to thwart for 1. Or not thwart for 1, but just remove 1. We're going to flip up. We are going to spend 1, 2, 3, and... Okay, I'm not going to be able to play the Sonic Rifle. So what can I play? Play something for 2. Oh no, I can't. Ugh. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Shatterer. We will deal 5 exactly. So that lets me deal 1. We'll deal 1 to the Goblin Thrall and ready. And because I defeated a minion, I can stun each minion and the villain. Or each minion engages with me. Alright. Now what I'll do is beat Cop. Then I'm going to spend 1 for a Justice Served. I will attack for 2 on this Goblin Thrall. Kill him with no overkill. So it lets me deal 1 to the Goblin Soldier and ready. And then I think I just thwart for 3. Yeah, okay. Draw on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 on the main scheme, because there are 2 goblins in play. Green Goblin attacks, but he's stunned. Green Goblin Soldier attacks, but he's stunned. And our encounter card is, in advance, he schemes for 2 plus 2. So we're at 8 now. Okay. Not what I wanted. Let's beat Cop for 1. Yikes. That kind of stinks. I guess the first card I could play is an Impede. Oh, I could Stealth Strike, which is exactly what I need. Okay, so let's thwart for 3. And then I'm going to play a Stealth Strike. That's going to be my whole turn, though. It is what it is. I think I'll hold a Coulson. 3 for a Stealth Strike. So this is attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. 4 is exactly what he needs, no excess. So that lets me deal a damage and ready. And also when I defeat that soldier, I have to take a damage. But Stealth Strike also says, if that enemy is defeated, I get to remove 2 from a scheme. Perfect. Now what I can do is thwart for 2 more and then ready with Justice Served. Or, yeah. Or, I have the tower. I could just smack him for 2. Flip down. Hit the tower for 1. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Ready up. I'm going to hold Coulson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 on the main scheme with just 1 goblin. He schemes for 2, plus a boost of put this into play. Comes in with 2. So he gets 2 on the main scheme, and this says each goblin, including green goblin, gets plus 1 attack. Okay, that's okay. And our encounter card is a green, I keep saying green, a Goblin Soldier. Okay. I don't mind that at all. Ooh. I was gonna recover, but I think I don't now. Yeah, I think I don't now. Well, actually, yeah, I think I do. So let's tower to remove 1, and then I'll beat Cop to remove 1 and put it on there. Oh, I need to be in. Okay, before I do that, let's leave 1 on there with the beat Cop. I will recover for 3, go up to 13. I get to search. I mean, the Shatterer just seems so good. I get to kill him and stun Green Goblin. Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Flip up. Beat Cop to get rid of that. The reason why I waited till Hero so I could trigger my Skilled Investigator. Alright, I think we do it. Concussive Blow, Probing for Weakness, Making an Entrance, and Living Tribunal for the Shatterer. We'll deal 5, so he pings me for 1 when I defeat him. But I ping Goblin for 1, ready, and stun him. That combo is so good. Now, I have 2 Excess and Restraint in Coulson. Not much I can do with that. Now would be a perfect turn to get him down to next stage because he's stunned, but because we're about to get 3 encounter cards. I can't do it though. I could hit him for 2. Well, I think what I'll do is thwart for 3. I'll make it 4 with an excess and restraint. I'll pop the Justice Served and Ready and smack him for 2. He's down to 2. I'm going to hold Coulson and my other excess and restraint. Draw 3. 1 on the main scheme. He's stunned. Our encounter card is Bulldozer. Not good. These guys are beefy. A 1/3 with Villainous and he gains Overkill. Beefy boy. Ooh. Man, look at this. Alright. Beat Cop, I'll pitch it to deal 4. I will attack with Karnak and use an Excess and Restraint to deal 3, which is exactly what I need. Pings Goblin for 1. Readies me. Oh, so here's the question. Do I kill Eros and bring them to stage 3 here? We don't have much to lose. I'm at 12 health. Those 3 encounter cards are just absolutely brutal, though. I think I want to flip. So I've got the tower take care of threat. I think I play Wraith. Or do I play Coulson? Alright, well, first let's do Eros. We'll kill Eros to kill Goblin. Goblin 3 comes in with 20 health, and I get 3 encounter cards. Okay. So now what do I do? I think I play Coulson, because if I'm going to flip down, that lets me get a preparation card from my deck and discard pile. I'll take the Peerless Defense. I will flip down. I will Tower of Wisdom for 1. I think I hold Peerless Defense. And I didn't use... I guess I'll recover. Oh, actually no. I will not recover. I want to save the recovery. Oh, no, I'll do it now. Recover up to 13. I'll go get Shatterer. So that will just be part of my hand. And I can be ready next turn. So that means I'll pitch Peerless Defense and draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. I just got to get through this, I think. 1 on the main. He schemes for 2 plus 2, so 4, and we shuffle this back into the encounter deck. So there's a chance monster's coming up, which he's got 6 health, so I could definitely use the Shatterer on him. Gosh, 4 encounter cards. Alright, 4th encounter card. Here we go. First encounter card. Gang Up, which surges into Caught Off Guard. I will lose my Skilled Investigator. Okay. Then we got a Goblin Thrall. Then we've got Wicked Ambitions. So we're going to discard 6 cards. There's only 1 left. So when we discard it, it is a Goblin. I'll take 3 damage because I don't want him. Do I care if he comes in? Yeah, he's going to stun me. Yep. So that decks him out. He gets an acceleration. And then luckily, we don't have to discard any more cards because he decked out. So that was a good time to pull Wicked Ambitions. And our last card is a Combined Effort. When revealed, each elite minion in play activates against the player it's engaged with. There aren't any. So if no minion is activated this way, this card gains Surge. Okay, so we're going to Surge here. Alright, this might be a pretty mild 4 encounter card turn. We don't want a... I mean, even if there is a Wrecking Crew minion, we can take him with the Shatterer. I ain't never scared. Top Talent we've got. So this comes in with 3 plus Hinder 2, so 5. And it says, the villain and each elite minion gain Retaliate 1. Okay. That's not so bad. Because I'm going to Tower of Wisdom. And bring that to 4. Then I will flip up. Or should I? No. I will recover for 3 and go get another event. I think I'm going to take a... Ooh, clear the area would be good. Clear the area. Then I'll flip up. I'm going to play the Shatterer. Actually, I'll play clear the area. So I get to remove 2. Before I do that, I will thwart for 2 with Coulson. Then play clear the area. So I get removed the last with no excess, which lets me ready and ping somebody for 1. I will ping Goblin, even though he's got guard. It's not an attack, so ping him for 1, and I get to draw a card with clear the area. Okay, then, because I thwarted this turn, martial training counts as 2. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the Shatterer. Oh, before I do that, I should probably just thwart for 3. So this is down to 2. Play the Shatterer, deal 3 exactly, pings Goblin for 1, readies me, and stuns Goblin. Then I'll play a Justice Served, thwart for 2, pop the Justice Served, ready, smack him for 2. Down to 16. Drawing 5, but I deck out. Extra encounter card. Okay, so we got through that turn. I think that's going to be the hardest part. He's stunned. Yeah, we've got Coulson too to take a hit if we need him to. So this is, I feel like his biggest weakness is he doesn't have big damage if you're not playing an aggression. So he's good at clearing the board, but then he's just, now that the board's clear, I want to do a lot of damage and I just don't have it. The only big damage is the Shatterer, and it's only up to 4. And really the value comes when you get the stun out of it, which means you have to kill a minion. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. 2 on the main scheme. He attacks, but he's stunned. 2 encounter cards. First one is Death from Above. He attacks with plus X. Let's give that to Coulson. So he's attacking for 6 plus 0. Always happens. And our second encounter card is a Goblin Thrall. Okay. I think what we'll do here is a one way or another. Because I don't have anything good in my hand. Although, I do have a clear the area. Maybe I clear the area first. Okay, hold on. Let's play a clear the area. We'll do 2 off there, which lets me draw a card. Then I will attack the Goblin Thrall with an Excess and Restraint for 3, which pings Goblin for 1 and readies me. Now I think I'll one way or another. I'll play take Goblin Reinforcements. So when revealed, I place 1 additional threat for each. Oh, actually, I have a thwart of 3. It's in my hand. I have a clear the area. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I wanted to thwart that exactly because then I get to ready one more time. So one way or another, I get to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I did draw an Excess and Restraint, but I think I want to clear the area. Before I clear the area, I want to attack for 2. He's down to 13. Then I will clear the area. Remove 2. I thwarted it exactly, which lets me ready and ping him for 1, and clear the area draws me a card. Okay, so I can Stealth Strike him, and then hit him for 3 more. I hit him for 7. Or I could play a Justice Served, get a Skilled Investigator down, and hold Stealth Strike for a minion. I think that's what I do. I know it's the slow play, but Skilled Investigator. I'll hit him for 3 with excess and restraint, down to 9. And then I think I hold Stealth Strike. I'll pitch Justice Served. 3, 4, 5. Okay, 2 on the main scheme. He attacks me for 3, plus another 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which places a threat, and because it's the Goblin Knight, we shuffle him back into the encounter deck. Alright, all we need is not... Wait, 4, 5, 6. He has 9. I don't think there's a way I can kill him this turn. But I think I can confuse him and flip down at least. Why am I shuffling this? Oh, okay. I've totally lost my train of thought. It's because of monster. Alright, counter card. Goblin Thrall. Okay. Okay, well I can... I don't like this. Oh, and he's got guard. Ugh. I don't like this at all. This is not a good turn with that Goblin Thrall. Because Stealth Strike won't let me ready. Oh, I guess I don't need to ready. Alright. We'll do 1, 2, 3 for Stealth Strike, which will kill the Goblin Thrall. Because it's killed, I'm going to get to remove 2 from a scheme. Now, I think I recover. Let's play a Justice Served, flip down, hit the tower for 1, recover for 5, and we will get the Shatterer. And that will guarantee us a win. So as long as we don't threat out here, well actually, if he gets a guard, then it will hurt us. But I don't think enough. Okay. We'll ready up. Draw up to 6. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2 on the main. Schemes for 2 plus 1. And if I had a Goblin minion, it would be plus 2, but I don't. So he gets 3. So we're at 5. And our encounter card is a Gang Up, which surges into a Pumpkin Bombs. Easy. Alright. We're going to hit the tower. Bring us to 4. I don't need to, but you know what? I want to. I'm going to flip up. You know what? What the heck? Let's thwart for 3. Make it 4 with excess and restraint, which will pop Justice Served and ready. Then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, wait, did I mess this up? I got all cocky. If I 4 for the Shatter at 6, 7, 8. Alright, let me go back. It's 4 on the main. I wanted to be cool, but I can't. I want to win. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Shatterer. I'll deal 6. He's down to 3. Now I have attacked. It doesn't really matter. I will attack for 2, and I have to use the excess and restraint to make it 3. And we have beaten all 3 villains. We got side scheme decks. Maybe I should have done Red Skull for a little bit more side schemes, but there's actually a decent amount in this one too. We took on some minions. We took on some big beefy boys. You know, we like them big beefy boys. So that's it, guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it with the 3. We can look at the... Quickly... Actually, let's look at the obligation. I said if I had time and I remembered, and I do. Okay, and we'll look at the 3 other Nemesis set cards. So here's our Treachery. Forever Unchanging. Give to the Karnak Mender Azure player. You may flip to Alter Ego, and then choose Exhaust it, remove this from... So Exhaust Karnak, remove it from the game. So pretty standard. Or until the end of the next hero phase, I cannot ready or change forms. That's terrible. Terrible for him. Okay, so luckily did not hit that. And then we actually did, I forgot, we saw a Kree Soldier.
and there are 2 copies of those. So when they engage you, spend a mental or add 2 threat to the main scheme. And the last card in his Nemesis set is Collective Intelligence. Attached to the villain, gives him +1 scheme. After resolving the effects of a treachery card, shuffle it back into the encounter deck instead of discarding it. Not right. It does save you from decking out, but some of those, like shadows, well, I guess shadows in a solo game doesn't matter too much, but still not good. You have to spend, as a hero action, spend 2 mental and discard this card. I think the reason why this is so bad is because Karnak has those 2 disarms, so he's got ways to get rid of that. Oh, actually, can he get rid of tech? It's a Kree tech. Moment of truth. Yep, armor, tech, or weapon. So yeah, Karnak can just discard it. But yeah, that is Karnak. We went 3 for 3. Didn't play the hardest villains, but I had fun. I got to show them off, and that's the point, y'all. That's the point. So, I will do my best to be back on Thursday, and I think I'll flip-flop again. So maybe Tuesdays I'll do custom heroes, Thursdays I'll do custom villains, and eventually I'm just going to go all custom all the time, baby. Or whenever I want, we'll see. But that's it. Thanks for tuning in, now live or later not live. And my pup's got to go out, so I'm going to call it here. But thanks for watching.